$2 for you.
I got $2.
Thank you. Hey, you want a date?
What?
You want to go on a date or something?
What?
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Aaron with Evolution Daily. I'm out here in South Beach, Miami right now. I'm with my assistant, Alpha Chad, who's running the camera at the moment. Thank you, Alpha. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about perfectionism. So many of you guys watching this video right now, you believe yourselves to be perfectionists, right? I want to start this business, but not until I have this, that in order. All these different things in order, right? I want to go out and talk to women, but the interactions need to be perfect. I need to really make sure that I take in enough content and make sure that I know my lines and this and that. I need to look my best, blah, 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 before I go out and talk to women. What you need to understand about perfectionism is, first off, that it doesn't exist. And second of all, within you, it's just one of your biggest excuses for not taking action. So I just wrapped up a one-on-one boot camp here in Miami with just an awesome student, man. This student, he pulled from night game, pulled from day game, had a great weekend. I actually put out a couple videos surrounding the boot camp, so maybe you guys have seen some of the footage. And we had a very interesting conversation on the second night of the boot camp. And I just can't not make a video about what happened. So second night of boot camp comes around. And when we're out here doing 6-7 hours a day game, going out for 5 hours at night, doing 2 days of that in a row can be exhausting. Not only physically, but also mentally it can be exhausting. And on the second night of the boot camp, after again, maybe now a total of, we're on like our 20th hour of going out picking up women over a 2-day period, he comes to me and he says, man, I'm just really getting in my head. I'm almost just forgetting everything that we've been learning. I'm feeling like I'm not gonna go in and have exciting interactions with these women. So what was happening with him in that moment was that he was feeling as though it had to be perfect. And I know that so many of you guys struggle with this. I get your DMs, I get your messages on Facebook, your emails. This has been a video that's been a long time coming that a lot of you guys have asked me to make. And the video is this: lower the bar. This is what I told him. He said, I feel like I'm not gonna have exciting interactions with these women. I feel like I'm gonna go in and it's gonna be boring. And so I said to him, I said, I want you to go up to that girl at the bar, right there that's ordering the drink. I want you to go in and I want you to say, hey, what'd you order? And then I want you to have the most boring interaction of your life. Go in and have an incredibly boring interaction, which goes against everything that I've ever talked about having engaging interactions, engaging conversations, being exciting, leaving a lasting impression on these women. Is that the ultimate goal? Yes. But if you're in your head and you're thinking, I'm not gonna go in and have an engaging interaction, it's not gonna be an exciting conversation, my energy's low, I don't feel great, then what I want you to do is I want you to reset your intent, and I want you to go in and say to yourself, I'm gonna have the most boring interaction of my life right now. It's gonna be boring for her, it's gonna be boring for me, and overall we might both die of boredom within that interaction, but I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have this conversation with this woman. And what's really gonna happen is you're gonna get in there, you're gonna have told yourself what you needed to tell yourself in order to go in and do it, and you're gonna end up having a good time with this girl. That's what's actually going to happen. So often we need to trick our brains. I remember Tim Ferriss talking about how when you cannot get yourself to the gym, a big part of why you can't get yourself to the gym is because you're thinking, oh man, I have to do this lift, this lift, that lift, I have to do this 45-minute cardio, da 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 da. No, reset your intention. Say to yourself, I'm gonna go to the gym for 15 minutes. And I remember reading that back in the day, and that really, really helped me to get into the gym. I'm gonna go for 15 minutes. And what I would do is I would go to the gym and I would walk on the treadmill for 15 minutes. This is when I was very, very fat, okay? Now, of say the 100 times I told myself that I was gonna go for 15 minutes, of those 100 times, I would say about 98 of those times, I probably got in a full workout. I stayed in the gym because I was already there. And maybe 2 or 3 of the times I probably actually just left after my 15 minutes. But the point is that it doesn't have to be perfect. So perfectionism in this sense is not telling yourself that I have to go in and have the most incredible interaction with this woman, but rather set the bar extremely low. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna have an incredibly boring, mundane conversation with this girl, and that's enough. That's going to be the win. So I want you to relate this to other areas in your life as well. Gary Vaynerchuk talks about this when it comes to business. He talks about this when it comes to artists. He says, people that want to be, say, music producers or rappers, or they want to start their business, they hold themselves back from doing this because they tell themselves, all right, well, I have to make sure that everything is perfect. I don't want to drop this song because it's not perfect yet. I don't want to put myself out there as a music producer until my beats are perfect. And really what you have to do is you have to put your music out there when it's not perfect, when it's not good. You're gonna get feedback, and that's gonna motivate you, whether that's good feedback or negative feedback, that's gonna motivate you to keep putting out more and more music. You're gonna grow from that feedback, and you're gonna continue to excel as a music producer. This goes for business as well. Back in my first ever, I would say, entrepreneurial venture, it was my podcast way back in the day. It was called the Noob Thoughts Internet Radio Podcast thing. And I remember I put it off for so long because I thought to myself, I gotta have this mixing board. I gotta have these great, what are they, Sennheiser D5 microphones, these XLR cables, this and that, all this different shit. I had to have the over-the-ear headphones. When in all reality, I could have just started with my cell phone and started a podcast. But I put it off. And I finally got around to it. But by the time I got around to it, I could have had 30 episodes of the podcast. Take action. It doesn't have to be incredible actions, but it has to be actions. If you're incredibly overweight watching this video right now, are you gonna go in and do exactly what you see the fitness influencers on Instagram and YouTube doing? You're not. No, you're not going to. If you're just starting off in Daygame, are you gonna go in and have these incredible interactions that maybe you see on my channel or some of your other favorite pickup gurus channels? No, you're not. Maybe you're gonna go in and have boring conversations, but listen to me. Boring conversations is where it all begins. I remember early on, I went on a date with a beautiful girl here in Miami last night, just fucking gorgeous. And it was a phenomenal date. And I remember back when I was first starting out in game and I was starting to go on dates with strangers, they were bad. They were so bad. I would have terrible anxiety going in. I'd be fucking, what do I talk about this thing? I gotta bring up these vacations and I've gotta demonstrate higher value. What are my DHVs and these different routines I can have with this girl to make her think that I'm cool, and I'm freaking out, and we get there and I'm just, hey, how are you? Do you wanna order an appetizer or something? Is that what you wanna do? You wanna get an appetizer or something? I would just be freaking out. And that's what it took for me to get to a point now where I'm fucking calm on these dates, dude. I'm calm. I know I'm cooler than her. I know that I am the shit. I know that I've already got it in the bag. There's nothing on this date that I need to do to try to get laid. It's just gonna happen because I'm the shit. And if it doesn't happen, so what? I'm still the shit. It's okay. So I didn't not go on dates. I didn't tell girls, I actually can't meet up because I feared going in and having social anxiety. I just went in and I had social anxiety. And now I don't have it when I'm on the dates anymore. Now I don't have it when I'm in these pickups anymore, when I'm day game approaching, when I'm night game approaching. Let's bring this back full circle to the student. I sent him in, I said, have a boring interaction. Reset your intention, have a boring conversation with this woman right now. He went in with the intent of having a boring conversation, and before you know it, I see them and they've been talking for 25, 30 minutes. They're laughing, he's touching on her, she's laughing, he's laughing, everyone's having a great time. The friend comes in, I think for a second, all right, I'm gonna go wing him on this, but then the friend disappears and all of a sudden it's just those two again. And that's what happened once he got in there. And if it didn't happen that way and it really was just boring, then that's okay too. Eliminate this idea of perfectionism in your mind. Again, full circle here. Remember that perfectionism does not exist. Nobody does anything perfect. Aubrey Marcus, one of my greatest mentors of all time. I love Aubrey Marcus. He's the founder of On It, awesome entrepreneur, spiritual guru. He talks about this idea of false summits. The idea of a false summit is that when you're climbing up a mountain, you think that you see the top of the mountain. You get to the top of the mountain and it turns out, oh shit, this part of the mountain was just actually in my line of view of the actual summit of the mountain. And that's a false summit. You think that you're gonna reach the top. You think there's gonna be this magical point in your life where you think to yourself, now I'm ready. Now I'm ready to game. Now I'm ready to go on dates. Now I'm ready to go spam approach. And you're never going to reach that summit. It's nothing but false summits until you fall off the cliff and die. Perfectionism doesn't exist. It's an excuse that you're using to not approach and to not go after the things in your life that you want to go after. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you smash that subscribe button if you've yet to do so already. This video is not perfect. My life is not perfect. Nothing in this life is perfect. Peace out. Great.
I love this video.
That was great.
This is an awesome video.
That was really good. Yeah. Thank you. Awesome. Sweet. That's a win. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. No, thank you.
You want to dance with me too?
You want $1?
Yeah. Very 6 cents.
It's $2 for you.
I got $2.
Thank you. Hey, you want a date?
Huh?
You want to go on a date or something?
What?
You want to go on a date?
Gonna go?
You want to go on a date with me sometime?
Maybe.
I think you're beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. Take down my phone number. You got your phone?
Okay.
Yeah.
Right here.
Here, you write yours. I just don't have my phone.
Okay.
What's your name? I'm Aaron.
Which one? How?
Aaron. That's my name, yeah.
Aaron. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, where are you from?
Russia.
Russia. You friends with Putin?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tell him I said thanks for helping us out with the elections.
Okay, thanks.
I'm gonna take you on a dinner date, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Sunday.
You're probably not allowed to hug me, so I'll just fist bump you again. Come here. Bring it in. All right. We'll talk soon, okay? All right. See ya.